Caricom observer mission for the June 5th general elections in St. Kitts and Nevis is calling for changes to allow for much quicker tallying and announcement of election results. Head of the mission, Gaspar Jean-Baptiste, during a post-election press conference on Saturday at OTI, suggested that the tallying of the votes in the various constituencies be done in the individual polling stations, supervised by the presiding officer.
However, we would like to make a significant recommendation in terms of moving forward and making some changes to the election legislation. And it has to do with the timing or the delay in relaying the results to the general public or declaring the winners. What we would be recommending is that the preliminary count be done at the polling station by the presiding officer at the close of poll, in an effort to speed up the process in delivering the results in a timely manner. As it stands right now, whereas it doesn't affect the will of the people in terms of expressing their views and the confidence in whichever party and in the way that they vote. But we believe it is too much time wasting, if I may say that, how the process is done, that you have to carry all the boxes to one central station. You have to wait for, if you have 18, like in the case of Christopher, constituency Christopher number 8, you had 18 polling stations. And so the police had to be waiting for each station to be completed before they collect the box to take it to one central point. And that causes a lot of delay.
Mr. Jean-Baptiste said 73% of the polling stations in St. Kitts and Nevis were visited by the small team of observers. Only 3 observers on the mission were on duty for these elections, summoned in short notice, Mr. Jean-Baptiste disclosed. One of the observers visited all of the 33 polling stations on Nevis, and the 2 remaining observers visited 71 polling stations on St. Kitts.
As far as our observation goes, we didn't see anything that came to our attention to believe that the process wasn't free, fair, and transparent. By the end of the process, we all expressed that the will of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis were expressed in the ballot box in a meaningful way, a very impartial way, with all the enthusiasm, and we respect the outcome of the results based on their wishes. As we said, the process was free, fair, and transparent.
The Caricom observer mission arrived on Wednesday night, just about a full day before Election Day. They met with the NGO coalition, political representatives of the various political parties, and the independent candidate Jason Thomas for St. Christopher 4. Their summoning came only days after local NGOs comprising the St. Kitts Nevis Bar Association, the Chamber of Industry and Commerce, the Council of Churches, and Evangelical Association called on the government to invite international observers to observe these elections, as they did not have the capacity. The leader of the St. Kitts and Nevis Labour Party, Dr. Denzel Douglas, said he was informed in a letter by the Secretary General of the Organization of American States, the OAS, Luis Almagro, that an invitation to the OAS to observe the elections was rescinded days after it was issued in May. The government claimed that due to COVID-19 regulations and the closed borders, provisions could not be made to accommodate the OAS observers. Mr. Almagro contended that the protocols could be made to accommodate the observers similar to that of Suriname, that hosted legislative elections just 2 weeks prior to the St. Kitts and Nevis elections. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.